work in various image vision tasks. The topic. So there is some announcement. So I have created a group, Gmail group, and I have mailed all the participants regarding the schedule and all the activities, and also I have floated a WhatsApp link to join the group, WhatsApp group. So everyone is requested to check their spam folders, and I'm also sharing the link here. So everyone is requested to join the WhatsApp group. So I have shared a link. Everyone requested to join the WhatsApp group so that Dr. Prashant, shall we start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can start, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
you, sir. So, welcome, sir, to this FDP. Let me introduce you with the audience. Dr. Prashant Singh Rana is presently working as Associate Professor in the Computer Science Department at Thapar University, Patiala. He received his both PhD and MTech from ABV IIITM, Gwalior. His area of research are machine learning, deep learning, bioinformatics, and optimization. So he has published more than 70 research papers in different journals and conferences. He completed 5 projects sponsored by various organizations like DST, ICMR, and NVIDIA. He published 10 patents. He guided 7 PhD students and 18 master students. And he is also director and co-founder of ML Tool Technology Private Limited. So I request Dr. Prashant Singh Rana to please address the audience. Over to you, sir.
So thank you very much. So good morning, all. So before moving forward, I pasted some instruction in the chat, and so today's session is on machine learning using PyCaret. So PyCaret is nothing but a small package for Python that helps us a lot to compare multiple machine learning models in just 3 lines of code. So today's session is completely on hands-on practice. Very brief idea about what machine learning is, what exactly, how we compare the results, how exactly we optimize the model parameter, how to compare and how to plot different plots, and how exactly we need to generate our results so that we can put it on the for research paper, for our report, for our presentation part. So there is a small instruction for all of you. So I also pasted the instruction in the chat. So first you need to go to my homepage, that is psgana.com. After that, click on the link that is in the right, machine learning using PyCaret. Okay. Now there is a small link, click here. If you click on this link, you will redirect to my GitHub homepage. So now that is the homepage for my GitHub, in which all the hands-on practice Python notebooks are there. And I will explain one by one all the steps that are involved in building multiple machine learning models and compare results in this notebook. So class, there are 3 types of notebooks for regression, classification, and clustering. So I'm not going to cover the very fundamental for the machine learning. We have some experimental data in the form of columns, and target column, one target column is there. And if target column value is of real values, so means that is a problem of regression, and it is of discrete value, then that is a problem of classification. Okay, so that is a very basic idea about machine learning. Apart from this, if target column is missing, then that data can be used for clustering only. So in shortcut, today I'm going to cover complete hands-on practice on PyCaret package for machine learning. It is a bundle of multiple machine learning algorithms. Only 3 lines of code is required to compare 20 machine learning models. So class, what happened? Let's suppose we got the data, and very first objective is to identify which model work better for my data set. Okay. For this, we need to install individual libraries of the Python. After that, we need to identify which model we should use for training and which model we should use for testing. After that, we need to write the code for every model. But PyCaret make the life of a programmer is very easy. Only 3 lines of code is required. and I will explain all these things in a very simple way. Okay. And the most important thing is it is available for classification, regression, and clustering. So those who don't know about classification and regression, this is supervised learning. You can learn about what supervised learning is, and for the unsupervised learning, clustering is there. Okay. Now, the thing is that just come to step number 3, just scroll down. So these are the 3 line of codes that is we can use to compare machine learning models. So let's suppose first 2 are the libraries that we need to import, and next 3 are the line of code that required to compare multiple machine learning models. So class, what happened in the back end? They merge all the models that are available in scikit-learn. They created just 3 line of code. So in the very first line, we need to import the data. In the second step, we need to set up some parameter, and third step, compare the models. That's it. And the outcome for this code is, let's suppose if we are working with a regression model, then these are the things, these are the results that will be generated. So these are the multiple machine learning models, and these are the evaluation parameters. So class, this is the result that we required to write in the research paper, to write in the report, to write in the presentation. Okay, so this is all about regression part, in which mean, absolute error, mean square error, root mean square error, R square, and multiple parameters are required to compare multiple machine learning models. Next, if we are working with classification, so classification is nothing but the target column having discrete values. If it contain only 2 values, then it is known as binary classification, and if it contain more than 2, then we know as multi-class classification. So class, if we are running PyCaret for classification, then exactly we are getting the result of this table. Okay, and these evaluation parameters are like accuracy, AUC, recall, precision, F1, kappa, and CC. So these are the evaluation parameters, and these are the models that we got compared only in just 3 line of code. And the last part is of clustering. Okay, so this is a customized result. We need to make some customization. Result is not available like this or exactly on this model. So we need to add and just run the models and just get out the results. Okay, so this is a thing that we are going to cover today. So if you have any issue, please let me write in the chat. Okay, chaliye. So just click on the very first notebook is 01 PyCaret for regression. I also mentioned in the chat in the instructions. So first, just go to my homepage pskhana.com. In the right hand side, you will find machine learning using PyCaret. So just click here. It will redirect you to my GitHub repository, and after that, there are 3 notebooks are available. So very first is regression with results. So just click on this link. It will again open the notebook. So IPNY is the notebook. Notebook is just we are working on Google Colab, or we are working on Jupyter Notebook. So class, this is just the complete output of the this notebook that I am going to explain each and every step one by one. And before that, we also make the practice. Just click on Open in Colab. Okay, so I'm requesting all of you kindly click on Open in Colab. So it automatically open in your Google Colab, and that is automatically connected with your Gmail account. Multi-label, not multi-label applications, multi-label columns, multi-label classifications. Okay, so right now I am just working with regression. After that, I will go, make the practice on classification, and then after we will cover clustering part. So class, this is, just click on the Google Colab. It will open in your Google. It will automatically connected with your Gmail drive. So I hope everybody knows what Google Colab is. It is a platform for Python programs, and all the resources Google is provided, like interface, and all the processing will done at the Google server. So class, this is all about the Colab. So I am just switching my account. So if you face any issue, please let me know so that we can proceed. Chaliye. Okay, so class, this is all about the PyCaret. Now it is completely open in Google Colab. So there are some tutorial you can refer and documentation about PyCaret regression. So just come to step number A. The very first step to install PyCaret. So class, if you don't know how to work on Google Colab, just click on Control Enter. Just press Control Enter, and it is asking कि notebook is not authorized by Google. No issues. Run anyway. So you just clearly see here in this part, it is connecting to Google server. After that, it was initialized, then connected, and it automatically executed. So class, who those joined late, just go to my home page, psrana.com. After that, there is a in the right hand side, machine learning using PyCaret. Machine learning using PyCaret, click here. It will automatically open in redirect you to my GitHub page, and just click on regression. After that, you need to click on the button open in Colab. So class, very first step, A step is installing PyCaret. So to install any package in Google Colab, we need to start with exclamation sign. Pip install PyCaret. This is a basic command. If you want to install PyCaret in your local machine, then you need to use pip install PyCaret. Okay, command line. But if you want to install it in your Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab, you need to put exclamation sign. So class, this is the very first step in which I am just installing PyCaret in my Colab environment. Okay, it may take time depending on the internet speed. Now those who join late, just click on, there is a button open in Colab. So just click on open in Colab. तो आपको क्या करना है? You need to just press Control Enter. Okay. So this is step number A, where we are just installing PyCaret package. You can do the same thing if you're working with your Jupyter Notebook in your local machine. Just download the notebook from my GitHub and just open in a Jupyter Notebook and just start the working. So this is the very first step. I hope you all are with me. Please repeat the step. Priyanka, I repeated. I hope. So please write your response in the chat. All are done. Now it is clear. Very good. Swati, very good. Shabash, shabash. Bahut achhe. Perfect, perfect. Good. So class, this is the very first step. If we install PyCaret on my Google Colab. So now, come to step number 2. आपको कुछ नहीं करना, just press Control Enter. Get the version of PyCaret. So just come to step number B. So now recently you just see it is now 2.3.3. Now they upgraded to 3.4. So we are working with PyCaret version of 2.3.4. Okay, just press. So here we are importing a version function from PyCaret.details. Okay, so presently we are working with 2.3.4. Yes. Chaliye. So class, this is the very first step कि we install the PyCaret package. Now come to step number 1.1. So class, PyCaret contain nearly 55 data set by default, and we want to use that we want to use these data sets. So class, I am importing a function get_data from PyCaret.dataset. This is a library that consists of get data function. Okay, and in get data function, I just pass index. I'm just increasing the font size. So just press Control Enter. So it contains nearly 55 data set index. So just press Control Enter for 1.1. Now these are data set. These are the data types. It is a multivariate or univariate. Default task क्या है अपना? What is the target column name? What is the number of instances? Means number of rows. And after that, what is the number of attributes? Means number of columns. So this is a data set list that is available with PyCaret. If you scroll down, just scroll down, and you will get 55 data set is available. So this is step number 1. हमने data set export किया. After that, come to step number 1.2. So class, we want to load some data. So get data is a function that we recently imported and we passed Boston. Boston क्या है अपना? This is the Boston. So we are working with data set, multivariate, regression type. MEDV is the target column that consists of 506 rows and 14 columns are there. So for this experiment, we are just importing Boston data set. So class, let's suppose next time you want to work with concrete data set. So just replace the Boston with concrete. Okay. If you want to work with energy, then just replace energy. So just press Control Enter. So it pull out the data set from the PyCaret and assign to the Boston data set. So class, in the second line, I am just shuffling the data. That is just an optional part, but I am just shuffling the data set. So this is the glimpse of the data set that consists of multiple columns. And my last column is my target column. Okay. And you clearly see my target column consists of numeric values, real values, continuous value. That's why this is a data set of regression. Okay. So I hope till now everything is clear to all of you. Yeah, please write your response in the chat. Yes, no, please. Oh, perfect. Repeat step 1.2. कुछ नहीं यहाँ पे we are just importing the data set from the Boston data set. हम Boston data set को use करना चाहते हैं, so I write just Boston. Okay. चलिए. Now just come to step number 1.3. This is just an optional part if you want to download the data set to your local machine. Okay. So first, just uncomment the third line. Just uncomment means hash, just remove the hash. So class, यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? First, I am just converting the Boston data set first to CSV file. So first it will convert to CSV file at the Google server in the Colab environment. After that, to download the file, I just importing Google Colab.files. And after that, I am using a function files.download. And I am just downloading. If you press Control Enter, so this is just an optional part, but it is required for you. Let's suppose you want to download some result from Google Colab. So just save the file and the file is downloaded to your local machine. Okay. So this is just an optional part, but you should know how exactly we need to download. Otherwise, you just select the data, copy paste करना है, वो ठीक नहीं है. We are just downloading the data set. Okay. Now come to step number 1.4. So actually, this is the step number 2. In the first step, we are just uploading the data set, and in the step number 2, we are just setting up some parameter. So class, first we are importing a regression library from PyCaret, and after that there is a function with the name setup. So it required minimum 2 parameters. Very first is what is the data set. Now this is the same data set we just read from the Boston. This is a Boston data set we just read. Next, what is the target column? So these are the 2 mandatory parameters then that you need to set. Okay. Other parameters are optional. Okay. But sometimes somebody asks, now we want to change the training parameter. So for this, we can change it to 70%, 30%, 80%, 90%. So 0.7 means we are just selecting our 70% data for the training, and automatically my remaining part will go for the testing data set. If we want to make the data shuffle, okay, so shuffle कर सकते हो, true कर दो, otherwise false. Okay. Now silent equal to true. Basically, there are some intermediary steps are there, and we don't want to show these intermediate steps. So kindly play with this, make it false, and just check कि क्या होता है. Okay. So just press Control Enter. So this is step number 2. If we set up some parameters. Now done. Now what all these parameters, what is the use, I will explain later on after 10 minutes. So just make sure कि हाँ हमने setup function को run कर लिया. Now just come to step number 1.5. So this is the last function, and in this part we are just calling a function compare underscore models. Just press Control Enter. So class, this is the beauty of PyCaret. We are not bothered about the coding. We are not bothered about the importing any library. Just import PyCaret and start working. So class, we are done. And just see here, we are getting a comparative performance study of multiple models on different evaluation parameters. So now it sort all the model performance, all the models according to the R square value. Okay. If you know about R square value is good. Otherwise, let me explain. So class, when we are divided our data into two parts, training part and testing part. Okay. So in the testing part, we left with the 30% data. Okay. And we select only target column. Okay. Now that will be known as actual value. Now I give the input of testing data set to the model, and model makes some predictions, and that prediction value is considered as a predicted values. So right now we have two columns. One consists of actual value and one consists of predicted values. Two columns are there, and all these evaluation parameters like mean absolute error, mean square error, RMSE, R squared, these other two parameters are calculated on the basis of these two values. Okay. So now let me explain R square. So R square is nothing but the square of correlation. So class, let's suppose we want to calculate the correlation between two values, two column values. So my correlation values lies between -1 and +1. Okay. So minus and +1 consist of, if its value is, let's suppose, 0.5. So 0.5 is positive correlation and it will be considered as a good one. Okay, direct and positive correlation. Let's suppose its value is -0.85. That is also considered as a good correlation, but it is in the inverse direction, indirect direction. Okay, so if my values come to near to 0, so that may be the poor correlation. Okay, let's suppose you got the value of 0.2. So 0.2 correlation is considered as a very poor correlation. Okay, now, so that's why we are just calculating R square value. So in the R square value, we just square the correlation value. So values lies between 0 and 1 only. One question. Okay. Some asking the question. Very good, very good. Just give me one step. Please explain last two parameters. Swati, we cannot add more value. So you can help also. In the command, just pip install PyCaret. Okay. Sujata, R square is nothing but the square of correlation. So we get the value as a positive because correlation values lies between -1 and +1. Okay. And we are making the value of correlation is square. So always we get the positive value. But here you will find minus R square value is there. So this is a bug in this PyCaret package calculating the R square value, but R square value cannot be negative. So these, if you are getting minus value for the R square, means it is not able to calculate properly. So this is a bug that I reported them. So in the next version, they might be fixed this. Okay. So class, this is a comparative performance study, and this is the very first step in machine learning. Okay, for my data set, which model work better? Okay. Now, mostly people struggling with calculation, how we need to build the model, how we need to install the model for a particular algorithm. Okay. So this is a very basic concept about how exactly we need to use PyCaret in our research. Chale. So I hope everybody is done till 1.7. So are you getting something, class? Yes, no? Okay, perfect. But there are many more things that is left, because itna nahi hai ki we are just we know PyCaret and we run it. There are several parameters, several pre-processing techniques are there. Also, we can maximize, we can improve the performance of a particular model. Okay, so there are a lot of things that we need to cover. So come to step number 1.6. So class, let's suppose we want to work with insurance data set. Okay, so क्या करने का है? Just importing the data set of insurance. Just in the setup function, we need to define the data set and what is the target column. Okay, so if you just press Control Enter, 1.6, so it will, in the backend, all the model will run. So these data sets are available in the PyCaret by default. If you come to step number 1.2, to step number 1.2, then you will find a list of all the data sets. So class, my 1.6 step is done. And for the insurance data set, we are getting the maximum R square value is 0.85. And my GBR, gradient boosting regressor, is the outperformer. Okay. So this is all about the insurance. Now come to step number 1.7. So you may skip this part also, but this is just a glimpse of how exactly we need to run it for house data set. Okay. And just import the house data set, just mention the data, just define the parameter for the data. Yes, you may get the different results in step number 1.5. In 1.5, you may get the different result because in the very first step, okay, we shuffle the data. So everyone, the chat in the room are getting the different result for the R square value in step number 1.5. If you stop the shuffling, then we all get the same result. Okay, chali. So I'm just skipping 1.7. This is just for the prediction of house, and we need to define the data set and target values. Chali. So this is all about the very first and basic part about the pie carrot. Next step, let's suppose you want to work with your data set. Okay, if you belong to any department, any chemical department, mechanical department, civil department, any department, and you want to work with your data set. So first, your data should be available in the form of CSV that consists of multiple columns, and one column should be considered as a target column. Okay, so how exactly you need to work with your data set? So class, just come to step number 2.1 and just uncomment the second line. So very first is uploading your data set. So just press Control Enter. So I'm just giving a demo to you. Okay, just browse your file. So I'm just selecting the data set, that Boston data set. So it is uploading to the Google Colab. So class, just see here, it is save my file to this one. It rename my file like it added one because Boston dataset.csv is already present. So my file name is Boston dataset1.csv. So copy this part, come to step number 2.2, uncomment last 2 points, and just change the file name here. Okay, because uploading is the first step. Next step is reading. So I am reading that CSV file with pandas. So pandas is one of the library that used for data pre-processing, importing the CSV file, perform some manipulations. Let's suppose we want to select only unique values. So multiple operation we can perform using panda library. So class, I just change the file name and press Control Enter. So you may get this is the data set we just uploaded. Okay, so my data set is uploaded. Very good. Next step, we are just setting the parameter. So here we read the data set in my data set variable name. Variable name is my data set. So just give the my data set. Target is, what is the target column? MEDV. So just select MEDV and rename the target column. अब ये चीज आपको करनी पड़ेगी आपको अपने लिए. So just rename the target column, train 7030, and just press Control Enter. Okay, so it will run PyCaret on your data set. So I hope everybody is clear about how exactly you need to work with your data set. Please write in the chat. Yes, no. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Okay, Swati, very good. Chale. Okay, great, great. Done. Okay, so this is the comparison that that you can perform on your data set. Very good. Chale. So class, let's suppose you want to work with in your local machine. Then this is a step. Okay, means you are working in your Jupyter that is installed in your machine. So क्या करने का है? Just import. After that, read your CSV file that is available in your local machine and just run the setup and compare models. So step number 2.4, when you want to work on your data set on Anaconda or Jupyter Notebook. Okay, chaliye. So class, these are the basic steps, but now actual machine learning is start from step number 3. Okay, So this is the important part. So class, if I ask one question to all of you, how exactly you can increase the performance of the model? So kindly write your answer in the chat. I am asking how you can increase the performance of the model, machine learning model. Very good. Pre-processing, data cleansing, perfect. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, everybody knows there are two steps. Number one, data pre-processing, and number two, by tuning the parameter of the model. Okay, so both these two steps we are going to experiment, and we will check how exactly we can improve the performance of the model. Okay, so class, come to step number 3.1. We want to know, let's suppose we want to apply normalization, and what is the effect of applying normalization, and what is the effect of model performance. So class, it is become very easy to apply normalization on your data set and compare the model. So क्या किया मैंने? Setup function, constant data set, the data that I just read, target column, MEDV, normalize equal to true, and normalize method equal to z-score. Okay, so these are the steps where we need to just change the parameter. So PyCaret make the simple, it is as much as simple, just check, you need to change the parameter. So क्या किया? First you need to make normalization as a true, and which normalization you want to use. So there are 4 normalization methods that are available with the PyCaret: z-score, min max, max absolute, and robust. Right now I am just using z-score. Just press Control Enter. So it automatically apply the normalization on the data set and automatically run all the models. And if you want to learn more about normalization, क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, what are the different types, कि इनमें क्या होता है, please go through the literature. So just see here, my R square value is 0.84. There might be a possibility you may get the different result, because original without applying any pre-processing I am getting the R square value is 0.85. Okay, हो सकता है you may get the different result. You may get the 0.86, some may get the 0.87 also, and some may get 8.85 also. Okay, so I am getting a very some 0.85 थे पहले, now we are getting 0.84. Now you cannot access the normalized data because it works normalize the data internally. You cannot get the data back. Okay, if you want to apply normalization, then you can write a single code, then अपने आप करने का आपको. Okay, so class, this is the step number 1. कि normalization apply करने के बाद क्या effect आया. Now come to step number 3.2, feature selection. So class, feature selection is nothing. Let's but select those important features. Okay, and after that we need to build a model. There might be possibility that my model performance may improve, or it may be decrease. Okay, so now in the layman language, let's suppose I have 100 features. 100 features are there, and I got selected 20 features by any algorithm or by any mode of process. Okay, so right now we are just processing the 100 features, and we just selected the 20 features. So very first advantage is that data is reduced. Okay, data is reduced automatically. So there are 2 advantages. Number 1, because data is reduced, so model building will become fast. Got it? This is one advantage of feature selection. The model build will fast. And the second advantage is that, let's suppose I want to make the prediction of in the detection of this object. So earlier we are extracting 100 features, but right now we need to extract only 20 features. ठीक है? I hope everybody is clear कि feature selection क्या होता है. कि पहले हमारे पास डेटा ज्यादा था, we got 100 columns, we reduce this to 20. This is the one advantage कि model building fast होगा. And next is जो नया object हमारे पास आया है, we need to extract only 20 features. Okay, so this is the 2 advantages of feature selection. So how exactly we need to apply feature selection? So feature selection is equal to true, very first step. Next, which feature selection we want to apply? So one of the methods is classic, and there is another method Baruta. So just go to the literature and learn what is the use of classic, how exactly classic is work, and how Baruta is work. After that, there is a cutoff. We need to select the threshold value. Okay, कि feature selection में threshold 0.8 है. Okay, you can change it to 0.3 also, you can change it to 0.4 also, you can change it to 5 also. So class, in the back end, this classic algorithm will range all the features in some and giving some score. Okay, so let's suppose it for one feature it give 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. We can visualize these feature selection. Okay, how exactly feature selection assign the score to different data set. I will explain in the end. So I just selected cutoff is 0.8. You can change it to 0.7 also, 0.6 also. ठीक है, just run it. इसको मैं cover करूंगा अभी आगे. So I hope everybody is clear कि how to apply feature selection. Yes, no? Okay, perfect. So class, again we are getting R square value is 0.8, 0.84. Now make it as 0.2. Make it as 0.2. No. I changed the different value, training size. Just change the feature selection threshold to 0.8. Just see here, we are just getting a R square value is 0.85. Okay. So this is the way of feature selection. Next is outlier removal. So I hope everybody know what outlier is. It is nothing but the extreme value. Okay. So here we want to apply outlier removal. So first we need to make outlier remove underscore outlier equal to true. This is the first parameter, and then again we need to set some parameter. So cutoff for threshold. So 0.05 means 5%. So we need to remove the data 2.5% from the left and 2.5% from the right. Okay. I hope everybody know what outlier is, but if you're not familiar, let me explain with some example. Salary of a teacher and a pocket money of a students of a class. Okay. So our teacher is an outlier. Okay, because बहुत extreme value हो जाएगी. So we need to apply the outlier from both the sides because we want the data should be distributed. Okay, normal distribution should be there. So after that we want to remove 2.5% from the left, 2.5% from the right. You can also change it to 0.1. 0.1 means just 10%. Okay, so this is the way we are just removing the 5% from the right and 5% from the left. And just see here, my R square values come to 0.86. Okay, so there might be possibility after applying pre-processing, your performance may improve or may not be improved. Chale. Now, next, come to step number 3.4, transformation. This is one of the pre-processing. So again, I am making transformation equal to true. And which transformation method I am using? Yeo-Jonsson. But before moving forward, let me explain transformation क्या होता है. Let's suppose, let me explain with example. So I am just selecting a value from 1 to 500 or 600. Okay, and these are the values. Okay, so now these are the value for column number 1. Transformation means I make a different rule. Rule मतलब if this value is less than 200 तो उसको 1 कर दो. ठीक है, comma, again if this value is less than 400 इसको 2 कर दो और else 3 कर दो. So class, I divided all the values into 3 parts. Okay, and yes, done. So just see here. So this is my original feature and this is my transform feature. So you can choose any set of values कि मुझे 4 में convert करना है, 2 में convert करना है, 3 में convert करना है. This is one of the example of transformation. Okay, so transformation may also improve the performance. Now come back. So just press Control Enter. I am just skipping the execution part. So just let me explain. So transformation equal to true and transformation method is Yeo-Jonsson. So I am getting the R square value is 0.85. Okay. So this is all about the transformation part. Next, PCA. I hope everybody, most of you know PCAs. So PC is one of the dimension reduction method that reduce the dimension. It is different from feature selection because let's suppose you have 1,000 features. Okay, to handle 1,000 features for any machine learning model, it is very, very difficult. So what PC exactly do, they reduce the 1,000 features to 5 or 6 components, means 5 or 6 new features. Okay, after that you can build the model. Okay, so this is a very basic about PCA. PCA is the dimension reduction. Feature selection is also considered as a dimension reduction, but feature selection में original value preserve रहती है हमारी features की, but in PCA after applying PCA we are getting the new features. That value you may they are different from original one. Okay, so you will not get the value that is the present in the original form. You may get the बिल्कुल exactly new values. So class, what exactly I did here? First I make PC equal to true, comma PC method equal to linear. There are several other methods like logarithmic method is there, Gaussian method is there. So different several methods are there, and I'm just skipping the execution part. So this is the way we can apply PCA. So just try to apply PCA whenever you have a large number of features. Okay, small features पे it will not give you the best result. So just see here, my R square value is going to 0.38 only. मतलब बहुत गिर गई है. It is come very to 38.38 only. So means PCA will not work for my data set. Okay, so now everybody know what PCA is, how exactly we need to calculate the PCA, but nobody tell you how exactly you need to apply PCA on your data set. Okay, and how exactly we need to run the multiple machine learning models. So class, this is the beauty of PyCaret. So यानी कि ये PCA अपना we need to discard the PCA because performance सभी मॉडल की डिग्रेड हो गई है. चलिए, तो क्लास come to 3.6. if you want to apply 2 operations simultaneously, तो क्या करना है? कुछ नहीं करना है. We need to just add the parameter. This is for outlier removal, after that normalization. Also you may get the improvement in the performance. 0.86 is there. Come to 3.7. if you want to apply 3 operations, outlier removal, normalization, you can apply normalization. सबको apply parameter में आप you can just apply the parameter value. Okay, so this is the way we can apply the pre-processing part. So I hope everybody is understand. Class, please write your answer in the chat. Yes or no यार, clear हुआ है नहीं हुआ है? Only one. यार ऐसा मत करो. Okay, perfect, very good. चलिए. So class, now let me come back to the step number 1.1.4. Just step number 1.4. Whenever we are calling a setup function, so class, these are the parameters that exactly it is safe for all the models. Okay, so in the setup function, it automatically assigns some parameter value. Means step number point number 27. So by default normalization is false. So which normalization method? None. Transformation false. Which transformation? PCA false. PCA method. Okay. इसी तरह outlier removal. Similarly, feature selection. So in setup function, all these parameters are just set to true or false. After that, if we make it any parameter as a true, it will that operation will perform. After that, it will goes to the data to the model building. Okay, so this is the beauty of setup functions, or you can say the beauty of PyCaret. It makes the very simple things. If we want to apply the different pre-processing in just function call, function में parameter set करने का अपने को. चलिए, come to step number 3.8. If you want to learn more about setup function, so just right click, open in a new tab. Don't just click it. अगर right click यहाँ पे click कर दिया आपने तो वो redirect कर देगा आपको इसी पेज पे. So just click on right click and open in a new tab. So it will explain more about setup function. What are the other options available with the parameters? So this is the setup function, and these are the list of parameters. And they are 50 कितने थे? I think 50, 53, 54 parameters थे. Okay, so let's search for normalization. Normalize. So by default it is false. Just press one more time. Yes. So normalize method by default it is false. We are setting at true. And what is the default? Z score. And they are the other methods: min max, max absolute, robust. So class, just explore this manual. This will be the very helpful manual for setup function, and that give you a very larger view of model building. Okay. So class, model building is nowadays become a very simple job. Okay, but there are a lot of things we need to cover कि different pre-processing कैसे apply करनी है, किस sequence में organize apply करनी है. So these are the things that you should be know. Okay, चलिए, come back to the notebook. Come to step number 4. So let's suppose we want to build any random model, that is come to best model, and we want to deploy that particular model. Okay, so class, come to step number 4.1, build a single model. अब मुझे single model build करना है. अब तो मुझे I got to know that कि I got a list of models and my model that outperform, it come into the top. ठीक है, अब मुझे उस particular model को use करना है so that I can deploy it. So class, what exactly I am doing here? So first I am getting the Boston data set. Setup function is there. Now next, in the next step, I am just creating a model random forest. Okay, I want to just create random forest. Okay, for the next data predictions. So there is a function with the name create, and you need to pass RF. Okay, so if you just press Control Enter, this will run random forest for 10 times, and you may get the R square value is 0.7. This is just an average R square value. Okay, so if you want to create other models, let's suppose AdaBoost, Bayesian widget, so these are the shortcuts. So just replace the RF with these shortcuts. Okay, I think it is clear to all of you. कि अगर हमें we want to create a particular model, then we need to apply like this only. Okay, चलिए. So class, if you want to learn more about create model, there is a small description, help is there. So please explore it. Now, अब model build हो गया मेरा. Next, come to step number 4.4. Now we want to use that model for the prediction of the unknown data, unseen data. अब model build कर लिया, अब उसको थोड़ा ना laptop में रखना है. We need to make use and we need to make the prediction for the new data set. Okay, so क्या करना है? Very first is getting the new data set. So right now I don't have the new data set. So what किया मैंने? I just selected the 10 rows from the original data set. Okay, and that model 10 rows. So just press Control Enter. Let me build the model also. Execute step 4.1 and 4.2. That is done. Okay. So class, I hope everybody is getting. I am just selecting 10 rows and I consider it as a unknown data. So model क्या करेगा? Model will read these input parameters because MEDV is the target column. Target column को वो कुछ नहीं करेगा. It will just get the input features, make the predictions, and just show to me. Okay, so this is the step. Otherwise, for the unseen data, you may upload the data. Okay, you may upload the data set also. Now, just come to the next step. So here I am using one method, predict underscore model. So model building हो गई मेरे पास, and मेरे पास unseen data भी आ गया है. So in the next step, I am applying that particular trained model on the unseen data. So class, there is a function with the name model, and here it required only 2 parameters. Number 1, what is the model name? The model is random forest that I created. It is just a variable name I created early in the previous step. And next is what is the data set. So that is a new data set. New data set is nothing but the rows that I just read from the Boston. Okay, यहाँ आ गया अपना. Just press Control Enter. Now prediction is done. So it added a last column label. So these are the prediction values through random forest. Okay, class. In the next step, so this is label is considered as a predicted value and MEDV is considered as an actual value. Okay, chaliye. Now come to step number 4.5. I am just applying and make a scatter plot between actual and predicted. And very first step is using a matplot library. And I am considering last column as a predicted value and second last column as an actual value. So to select the last column, I am selecting -1 and selecting the second last column, I am using -2. I hope ये सभी को समझ में आया है. So right now I have two columns. One is considering as the actual value and next is considering as the predicted values. So class, I am just plotting plot.scatter. I am providing actual and predicted values. X label, Y label, title, save image and show. So this is my scatter plot. Got it? If you right click, you can save the image and you can use in your paper, research paper, thesis or report. Okay. Now come to 4.6. If you want to save the prediction result, so first save the prediction result to the file, CSV file, and then you can use the above line to download the result, Google Colab files. Okay, जो हमने वहाँ पे लिखा था, तो through which you can download this result file. This result file means ये वाला content. Okay, चलिए, ये कर ही दिया मैंने. Just save किया हमने 4.6 में. Just uncomment in 4.7. So it automatically download to a local file. Now it is done. Okay. Now class, come to step number 4.8. We want to save the train model. Model build कर लिया हमने. But next step we want to save the model so that we can share with you. Okay, or share with any person. Okay. So to save a model, there is a function with the name save model. And the advantage of save model is that let's suppose you want to make the prediction in the near future, then there is no need to retrain the model. That is very important. Okay, otherwise, let's suppose you want to make the prediction after 15 days and you don't have the save model, then you need to retrain the model. Okay, so that is very important thing. So class 4.8, just press Control Enter. So there is a function with the name save model. This is the model name that I just created and this is the file name. So it automatically saved the model to my RF model file .pkl. Basically, it added one extension is pkl. So pkl is nothing but the pickle file. Okay, so it will add the pickle file. Now next, अब save हो गया. Save हमारा Google Colab में हो गया. We want to download it. So just uncomment 4.9. Just run it. So it will download it to your local machine. So in shortcut, it is nothing but a weights of the model. So its file size is 2.6 MB. Save the model. Now it is done. File size may be different. No issues. Okay. So the file is saved to the machine, and you can also share with me also. Okay. So now, let's suppose model save हो गया मेरे पास. I can share with you, or you mailed me and I downloaded it. In the next step, I am going to demonstrate how to upload the trained model, load the model, and make the prediction on the unseen data set. Okay. So very first step is come to 4.10.1, uncomment files.upload. So browse the file. This is my pickle file. This is my model file. Again, you see, it again created a file name with the 1. This is the progress. It required some time because file size is 2.6 MB. Class, I hope everybody is enjoying this session. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Yes or no? Only one? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So now 52%. So class, let me give you example. YOLO. Yes, you can practice it also. 70%. Now one of the model is YOLO, YOLO. So YOLO object is one of the model used for object detection. Okay, so just install the library, then you can get the train model, and you can use that particular train model for object detection projects. Now it is done. So my model is uploaded, only one. First step is there. Now come to step number 4.10.2, load the model. So first you need to copy the file name 1.pkl. So 10.2, I am just removing the pkl extension. Uncomment, run it. So now it will load the model to my Google Colab environment and assign to RF model. Okay, so my model is loaded. This is the important thing, because uploading the model is different and loading the model to the environment is different. Okay, so 2 steps we completed. Come to 10.3. Now we want to make the prediction of the new data set. So same thing, predict underscore model RF, that is the model that we just loaded through the file, and this is a new data set. If you execute it, you will get the prediction results. Okay, so I hope you got the process. How exactly you need to save the model, you need to transfer the model. You can then, after that, you need to read the model, load the model, and make the predictions. Okay? So this is all about the step number 4. Now next, there are some plots for the models, and these plots will help you to just produce some graphs of your trained model. So there are some models named like graph is there, prediction error, learning curve, validation curve, feature importance, and model hyperparameters. So there are 5 plotting. So first, I'm just quickly cover this step. So just follow with me only, just scrolling down. Come to 5.1. We are just building a random forest model or any other model. In the step, plotting the error. So class, there is a function with the name plot model name, and plot equal to error. So this is the parameter we need to pass, and we are getting this error plot. Okay. Next, learning plot. So learning plot is nothing but as we increase the number of input to the model, how my score is improving. Okay, model performance कैसे हमारा improve हो रहा है, how exactly the score is improving. Okay, so now class, क्या किया मैंने, plot underscore model name and plot equal to learning. Okay, so these are the things that we need to run. So this graph will help you in your research paper how my model scoring is improving as the input is increasing in the data set. Next, plot the validation curve. So how exactly my validation is doing. Next, to get the parameter for your model, what are the different parameters available. So class, what I did here, plot model, I am passing plot equal to parameters. So it will show you all the parameters that are available. Now this is the random forest model. So one of the important parameter in random forest is number of tree. Okay, because forest is nothing but a ensemble model that builds multiple decision tree, and finally it will join and it will merge, take the voting of all the models and give you the results. Okay, now after that, the number of estimators are 100. So you can change it, this value also. You can make it to 100, make it to 200, 500, 700. Okay, so these are the parameters that is available for random forest. Chaliye. So if you want to explore more, just click here. Done. Now next and last important thing is feature importance. If you want to visualize which feature is highly important and which is the least important, so this is the most important part for you. Chaliye class. So first I am creating a model, random forest. After that I am plotting plot underscore model, the same thing that we did in the step number 5. And here we pass plot is equal to features. Okay, so this will print you the feature importance using random forest model. So class, if you remember, when we are applying the pre-processing part, okay, in the pre-processing part feature selection, and we are selecting a cutoff value is 0.7, 0.8. Okay, so 0.8 means only one feature is got selected. Okay, and if I give 0.1 also, so I may get the 2 parameters in the input, and all these parameters will be ignored. Okay. Next, I want to get the feature importance using different tree, extra tree regressor. So I am building ET and I am plotting features. So class, you will also get the RM and L state are the 2 important features. So this is the second way you get the different feature selection. Next, to get the feature importance using decision tree, I am just building decision tree model and plotting feature importance. But the important thing is that RM and L state are the 2 important features that is given by all the models. So for the justification and the verification part, we can cross-validate ki haan bhaiya, all the model giving me these 2 parameters as the most important parameters. Okay, you can choose as a voting or you can choose as an ensembling. Similarly, so this is all about the feature importance. Next, this may be the last part, how to tune or optimize the model parameter. So first, I run the decision tree without any modification or without any optimization. So what I did here, I am building a decision tree. Okay, it will run 7 times, 10 times, and we are getting the average mean of R square is 0.36. Okay, because this value is R square values come to minus 1.5, so that's why it degrade all the performance. Okay, so that's why mean is we are getting the average mean of R square is 0.36. Okay, so I train the model decision tree. Next, I want to get to know what are the different parameters for the decision tree. So what I did here, plot underscore model decision tree that I just created, plot parameters. So you will see class, these are the parameters that are set for the decision tree. Okay. Now we want to improve the performance, tune the model. So क्या करने का है? There is a inbuilt function with the name tune underscore model. Okay? And we just pass decision tree and there is a parameter with the name iteration. So I run it for 50 iterations. Okay. So this is the thing that I run. And clearly see here, my average R square values improved to 0.56. Earlier it was 0.36. Now it become 0.56. And after that, you want to know what are the parameters. So I pass the decision tree tune model and parameter as a plot equal to parameter. Okay, so now clearly see here, so maximum depth is 13, max feature 1 point, and after that sample leaf, sample split, and so these are the parameters that is set. Earlier it was not set the parameter and neither optimized, but now it automatically optimized the model parameter, and these are the final parameter of the tune model. Okay, so this is the way you can improve the performance of the model. Okay, ये आपको manually करना पड़ेगा because you cannot do all the model performance tuning at a single go. Okay, but we may get the tuned model of all the performance model of the training model in maybe in the near future. कि बस एक बार run करो and we will optimize all the parameters of all the models. Okay. So if you want to learn more about tune models, just explore the things. And there are some advanced machine learning. Let's suppose you want to make an ensemble model. So ensemble is nothing but the getting the merging multiple models so that we can make them voting. So there are 3 or 4 techniques like blending is there, bagging is there, stacking is there, and you want to select more top n models. The top 10 models मुझे चाहिए, top 3 models मुझे चाहिए, top 5 models चाहिए. So automatically वो select हो जाएंगे and you can make them ensembling. Okay. So I am requesting please go through by your own. And finally, if you want to deploy the model, on AS or Azure, you can go through this manual part. Okay. So I hope everybody is understand how we can use PyCaret for my research. So class, did you love the session? Yes, no, please. Okay, perfect, यार, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you. At least कुछ response आता है तो अच्छा लगता है. Good. So guys, come back to my home page. So this is my home page, pskhanna.com, and machine learning using PyCaret. Click here, and now we work with classification part and clustering part. But before moving forward, I have a research group with the name Rana Research Group. So I requesting all of you kindly join it. Okay, I posted several research articles, tutorials, hackathons, project calls on this group. So you may join this group by clicking here. Chaliye. Okay. Okay, class. So this is all about the regression part. Now just click on the classification. Okay. Chaliye. So class, 99% things are same in classification. Okay. 99%. All the things that we already covered in the regression part, that is same. So I am just quickly cover the things. So there is no need to practice on the Google Colab. You can do it your own. So first install the PyCaret, get the version of the PyCaret. Okay. Now this is the same thing. Classification में this is the data set हमने जो किया है. After that, getting the data set. So right now for this this extent, we are working with the diabetes data set. Okay. And if I get the data set, the last column is considered as a target column, class variable name. So that is binary classification because only two values are there. So that is just a binary classification data set. So just loading the data set, getting the data set, and come to step number 1.4. So for classification, there is a library with the name pycaret.classification. And in the regression, pycaret.regression is there. Okay. So यहाँ पे हमने data set दिया and we change the target variable name class variable. So these are the two difference. One difference is there कि हमें first we need to import the pycaret.classification. After that, compare models, and these are the comparison result. Okay. So accuracy is there, AUC curve is there, recall, precision, F1, kappa, MCC. So these are the different evaluation matrices. On these are the models. Okay. So I hope you easily understand. But kindly go through. So cancer के लिए वही काम किया हमने. 1.7 में we worked with heart disease. All the 99% things all are same. And just let me explain. Pre-processing is the same thing. Normalization, we apply normalization. We apply feature selection. Outlier removal, the same thing that we did in the regression part. Transformation, PCA. Now just see here, in the PCA, after applying PCA, my accuracy is somewhat 75%. So there might be a possibility PCA may improve or PCA may not improve the performance, depending on the data. Similarly, if we want to apply more than two operations, two data pre-processing, so easily we can apply. So I am skipping this part. This is again a single model building. वो हमने जैसा regression में किया था, same thing here. The important thing I want to discuss with you, different plottings. Yes. Come to step number 5. Plotting of the trained model. So these are the plots that we can perform. The very first is building a random forest model. Come to 5.2, confusion matrix. So class, in the binary classification, so confusion matrix is nothing but a representation that gives the representation how my sensitivity, what is sensitivity and what is specificity. It gives the count, okay, in the form of true prediction, false prediction, false. So these are the 4 matrices it will create. Again, learning curve. Next, this is the important thing, AUC curve. So class, whenever we are dealing with the binary classification, we need to plot AUC curve. So AUC is under the curve. Okay. Just we are passing AUC. So if we plot AUC curve for your model. Similarly, discount is just a binary classification. You can clearly see some data is overlapped. So all the things are same. This is all about the feature importance. So here I just build a random forest and I just plot features. So I am getting plotting of the different features. Okay. So all the things are same. Anything, this is the model tuning of the models. Now it is done. So class, just I created a well documentation for this Jupyter notebook. I am requesting all of you just press Control Enter and move forward, and you can easily understand कि क्या हो रहा है. Okay, but just give at least one try. कि ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने just दिखा दिया तो हाँ it's okay. Because जब तक आप अपने आप नहीं करेंगे you will not get it. And try to make some amendment so that you can get the idea कि हाँ performance में improvement आ रहा नहीं आ रहा. Like in normalization, I just tried Z-score, but you may try for min max, min absolute. So these are the pre-processes that you can also apply. So try करना है आपको. Okay, so this is all about the classification, and the last part is clustering. So clustering is also well documented. So you can also go open Colab, but you can practice at your own. I am just exploring the key points कि क्या क्या आपको कर सकना है. ठीक है. So
Excuse me, sir.
yes, ma'am.
Sir, can we perform an experiment using CNN in this?
No. CNN के लिए ये चीज अवेलेबल नहीं है अभी.
Okay.
Okay, because if you want to compare different deep learning models in a single go, it is not possible because it required a lot of resources. Okay, so right now it is not available, but we are expecting कि in coming days or coming 2 months or 3 months, we may get a model कि एक बार हमने सिर्फ data दिया and we are getting the result of different deep learning models in a single go.
Okay, so fine.
Right now it is not available, but because it required a lot of resources.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So let me cover the very basics about clustering part. So the same thing, different data set is available with the PyCaret. Step number 1.2, Joule data set. So class, just I already told you, for the regression, for the clustering part, my target column is missing. Means I don't have the target column or label column. So this is a Joule data set that contain only 4 features. Okay, age, income, spending, score, and saving. Now come to step 1.4. So there is a setup function that required only one parameter. कि data set क्या है? As you know, in the regression part and clustering part, we define the target column also. But when we are working with the clustering, we need to define the data set only. Okay, so this is the important thing that you should know. Now, this is the main important thing about clustering is that very first I am building create model k-mean. So class, this is the drawback in the clustering. We need to run all the clustering algorithm one by one. Because ऐसा नहीं है कि single go में we can compare multiple clustering algorithms. So first we are working with the k-mean clustering. So here we build a model k-mean. Okay, this is a model that I created, and how many number of cluster I want, that is 4. So class, in clustering, this is a challenging question. How exactly we need to find the correct number of clusters. अभी मैं आपको explain करता हूँ. अभी तो just मैंने randomly I just took it as 4. तो क्या किया मैंने? I just create model, I pass k-mean and number of cluster equal to 4. Okay, so that is the thing that I just created. So now these are the model evaluation parameter for clustering algorithm. Slothy score is one of the important parameter. जैसे अपना RMSE होता है, R-square होता है. Similarly, in the sensitivity, specificity in clustering, in binary classification, तो Slothy score is one of the important parameter. क्या होता है, कैसे निकालते हैं, किसके बीच में रेंज अच्छी होती है? So our objective is to maximize the Slothy score. Got it? So यहाँ पे हमने we build a k-mean model and it's give me the Slothy score is 0.72. Okay, So class, in this experiment we are just building a k-mean model. K-mean model हमने build किया and we store it in this variable k-mean clustering model. Okay. Now next step, after building the model, we want to assign the label to the data set. This is the important thing. Model build तो कर लिया है, अब we want to know भैया कौन सी रो किस cluster को belong कर रही है. So what we did here, there is a function with the name assign model. Okay, and just pass the model that we created in the previous step. ठीक है, जहां पे हमने मॉडल क्रिएट किया है k-mean clustering मॉडल, हमने असाइन मॉडल के अंदर k-mean clustering को पास कर दिया. Now what it did here, it add an additional column with the name cluster, और यहाँ पे उसने सब पे it label all the rows कि किस रो को पर्टिकुलर बिलोंग कर रहा है किस क्लस्टर को. It belong to cluster 0, 2, 1, 3. तो ये हमारा यहाँ पे बिलोंगिंग हो गया है किस क्लस्टर को बिलोंग कर रहा है. ओके, सो क्लास, आई होप दिस इज द यू गॉट द आइडिया कि हमने मॉडल बिल्ड किया एंड आफ्टर दैट वी असाइन द मॉडल. ठीक है, इफ यू वांट टू सेव, तो फर्स्ट सेव द रिजल्ट टू द फाइल, डाउनलोड इट. ओके, so these are the things that we already covered. It is just similar to the regression part कि मॉडल को सेव करना है, उसको फिर दोबारा लोड करना है, अपलोड करना है and make the predictions. So I'm just skipping this part. Just come to step number 3. Let's suppose we build a model. हमने एक मॉडल बिल्ड कर लिया है and we want to apply for the new data set. मतलब जो नया डेटा आया है, we want to make the prediction कि हाँ भैया वो कौन से डेटा को कौन से क्लस्टर में बिलोंग करेगा. That is the important thing, because till now we just build the model, make some pre-processing and then done. But right now we want to use that particular clustering model to make the prediction for the new data set. तो कैसे करना है? तो सबसे पहले, right now I don't have the new data, तो I just selected the 10 rows from the Julie data set itself. तो 10 data मैंने ले लिया and assigned to a new data. After that, there is a function in step number 3.2, predict data, predict underscore model. तो जो हमने k-mean का मॉडल बिल्ड किया था वो and new data. So it automatically assign the cluster label to the new data set. Class, this is very important because model building is one thing and to use that particular model for the new data set is the different thing. ठीक है, तो जो भी कोई नया डेटा आया, we can easily categorize, easily cluster कि वो कौन से क्लस्टर को बिलोंग करेगा. Okay, so this is the important thing. Now to save the model, we can easily save. These are the some plotting. So I'm requesting all of you kindly practice it on Google Colab because there are different good evaluation parameter graphs are there. Right now graph is not visible, but I am requesting all of you kindly go and execute it on your Google Colab. Now I'm just covering the most important part is elbow plot. So class, if somebody asks how to identify the correct number of cluster for your data set, so elbow plot is important. Just plot the elbow plot and cut is 3. So elbow plot will help us to identify the correct number of clusters. Okay, so this is the important thing. So what I did here, plot model, my k-mean model and plot is equal to elbow. So this give you the correct number of clusters. Okay, so this is the important thing. And finally, I am just plotting Slothy score. So I have 4 clusters and this is the average part. Similarly, distribution plot is there. वो यहाँ पे नहीं आ पा रहा है. This is my distance plot and done. Plus, this is a very basic idea about clustering. Yeah, we need to build a model. We need to train it. We need to make the predictions on the unseen data, and there are a few plots that we draw. But there are a lot of things you need to cover by yourself. In step number 5, I cluster the model with different number of clusters. Like cluster 3, it gives me the Slothy score is 0.73. Cluster 4, Slothy score 0.72. Okay, so you clearly see that कि elbow plot ने भी अब हमको 3 cluster दिया था, and when I get to know that कि Slothy score भी उस पे maximum आया, so that suggests कि जो elbow plot मेरे को बता रहा है वो correct number of cluster बता रहा है, because कि slothy scores पे maximum है, because cluster 4 पे I am getting slothy score 0.72 and for cluster number 3 we are getting slothy score 0.73. That is the important thing. So class, these are the different clustering algorithms that you can try. Right now I just give you the glimpse of k-mean. So there are different algorithms are there, like affinity, mean shift clustering, spectro, agromelative, dbScan is one of the popular algorithm. Okay. After that, this is the important thing that you need to do यार, ये आप लोगों को खुद करना पड़ेगा. Data pre-processing. How exactly the number of cluster may change if you make different, if you apply different pre-processing. Normalization करना है तब कैसे change हो रहा है, feature selection करना है तब कैसे change हो रहा है, PC apply किया तब कैसे change हो रहा है. तो these are the things जो आपको करना है. ठीक है, जैसे like I am applying normalization on the Julie data set and I draw the plot. We clearly see that my number of clusters are changed. It is changed to 5. Okay. So after normalization, the number of cluster may also change. So this is the important thing. Okay. So this is just a glimpse of the data set. In normalization के बाद we are getting the slothy score. तो पहले number of cluster 3 रखा मैंने. I am getting slothy score 0.69. Normalization के बाद फिर cluster 4 रखा. Slothy score 0.78. And finally, the last thing is that we run it for number of cluster 5 and we are getting the maximum slothy score is 0.80. So this suggests that the normalization may improve the performance of the clustering algorithm. Okay, so I'm requesting please do it yourself. So now I am winding up. If you have any question, query, you may please ask. So any question, query, please. Sir, I am done. Sir, you are not audible.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible now.
So I can see, sir, a lot of questions are there in the chat window, and I hope that you have answered all these questions. Still, few questions
Yes,
are there from the participant. Which package like PyCaret is useful for CNN? So they want to ask about CNN.
No, I already explained that right now no package available for CNN because it required a lot of resources. So, but in the coming future, we may get a single package like PyCaret that compare the different deep learning models. So right now, it is not available.
Yeah. So any other question from the participant? So for the participants, these videos will be available after the session. We will share the videos. We will upload these videos in the YouTube link as desired by the AICTE, and we will share the links with the participants also, so that you can practice it at your own pace on the later time. There is another question. Can we use PyCaret for multi-level classification? So
Yes,
instead
yes,
of
you can
writing in the
use.
chat window, you can directly ask the question from our speakers. If you have any doubt, you can directly ask the question. I think because now the session is over, so there is no need to write it down in the chat window. Yes. So the question is, can we use PyCaret for multi-level classification?
Yes, yes, sir. You can use, sir.
Okay then. So I hope every participant has the answer of their queries. And thank you, Dr. Prashant Rana, for this wonderful session. You have explained nits and bits of PyCaret very nicely, and hands-on session was just a superb. I am sure that participants also have enjoyed the session and are able to upgrade their skills. PyCaret will definitely going to help in long run in their research. Thank you once again for this wonderful session and joining us today in this FDP. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So now we are going to conclude this session. We will join back at 2:30 p.m. for the third session. Till then, we are goodbye. Thank you.